It's the soundtrack to our lives. I was first introduced to the music that came from my parents' homeland. My dad would chuck down a few Labatt's and then ask me to pop in the CD in the stereo that had a record player built on the top. He would force me to listen to it for like a couple of hours even though I was dead tired. I just wanted to go to sleep, but he wouldn't let me. Looking back in retrospect, I thought it was very interesting. It was Sinhalese music, but there were a lot of Mexican elements. I felt like wearing a sombrero, you know? And he had dudes named Fernando, and there was this group named the Gypsies. I believe one of the members had the same exact name as my father. My first hip-hop experience was when I was 5. I was in my cousin's car, sitting in the back, and they were playing Gangsta's Paradise on the radio. Obviously, I didn't know what they were saying, and I don't know what attracted me to it, whether it was the hook or the Stevie Wonder sample, but once I heard it, I said to myself, I like this, and eventually I wanted to follow up on it. Fast forward to 2003, Get Rich or Die Trying was the first hip-hop album I ever purchased. DMX was my favorite rapper from grade 6 to 8. It was weird that I was so fascinated by their thug persona, I guess cause that wasn't my lifestyle. It's like watching a gangster film and rooting for the bad guy, you know what I mean? But in between that, I was bombarded by popular music, you know, the Britney Spears, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Shaggy, Celine Dion, Ricky Martin. Yo, Ricky Martin's Living the Beat That Loca was my jam, son. I would get so amped to that record. My cousin and I had that in rotation, you know what I'm saying? And then I would go to the hair salon and be like, yo, give me the Ricky Martin cut. The radio was really doing their job to promote and commercialize these artists with their popular and catchy songs, and it worked. I remember the stereo at my grandma's house had a record player built on the top and a tape deck, but didn't have a CD player. So what I would do is I would take blank cassette tapes and record stuff off the radio. I remember one incident where I was listening to the Bad Boys 2 soundtrack on my CD Walkman. I had it on pause, and then I went to the kitchen to get a snack, and my mom found it and put on the headphones out of curiosity, and her head just exploded. I got into so much trouble. She told my dad, she showed my grandma, and from that day, hip-hop was forbidden from my playlist, which just made me want it even more. But that didn't stop me. I eventually found other ways to access it. In grade 9 and 10, I was watching a lot of BET, so they had a lot of videos and syndication, mostly from the South, for a very brief period. I was digging 3 6 Mafia, you know? Grade 11 was when I started hitting up the high caliber spitters, you know, the Nas, the AZ, Big L, Cannabis, etc, etc. I also discovered the independent scene, you know, Immoral Technique, Jedi Mind Tricks. Kind of brought me back to the days when I listened to 50 Cent and DMX, but it showed that hardcore MCs didn't have to be in the mainstream. After high school was when I listened to the quote-unquote conscious rap, you know, Black Thought, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Common, Pharrell Monch, as well as more indie groups such as Atmosphere, Cunning Linguists, Little Brother, etc, etc. Till this day, I still listen to these artists. They're probably my biggest influences to whom I gravitate towards. I guess you could say they become like my bread and butter, you know?